Hi everyone, welcome back. So the next technique that I'm going to take you through and show you is the AF-FE points. Now, AF-FE, what does it stand for? So AF is anterior fontanelle and FE is frontal eminences. So these points are located on the forehead and the crown. So the AF for the anterior fontanelle is right in the middle of the crown here, that's the crown. And the FE points, the frontal eminences, are here. You can't really see because of my hair, but if you do this, and then you feel two kind of bumpy bits, so you put those fingers there. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what this technique does. So basically what it does is it reduces stress, anxiety, fear, etc. So if you have experienced a situation where you're very stressed or upset, wound up, if you've just had an argument with somebody, you've just had an accident or something's happened that's really rattled you, then this is the go-to technique. Okay, you can do this also if you are going to experience something that you know will be stressful to you. So you can do this while you're thinking about that stressful situation. And what it will do is dilutes the stress response. So it's going to reduce that stress response and take it down a notch or two. Okay, so what it will do is it will get us moving if we are in fear or fright, if we're in that fright mode. So if we've had something happen and we're frozen, then holding these points and working with the energy around these points will take us out of that, and it will free us from that, so we can process whatever's happened to us much easier and integrate it into our nervous system, which is what we need to do when we've had a traumatic or stressful thing happen to us and we're still locked into that freeze response. We need to do something to move us out of that, so we can integrate that experience properly into our energy system, but also into our nervous system. Okay, so what I'm going to show you now is I'm going to show you the technique. So again, if you locate those points on your head, so if you get your finger and do that, you'll feel the bumpy bits. Okay, so what we're doing is we're popping our ring finger and our thumb on those points on the forehead. And those are the FE points, the frontal eminences. So with our index finger, we're going to swing that back so it hits the top of our head, which is our AF, which is our anterior fontanelle, our crown. Okay, so we're going to hold those points and we're going to think about either what's happened or what is going to happen. Okay, and we're going to just hold those points, and what you might start to feel is a shivering, a warmth. Those points might start pulsing, or you might start to yawn. So whilst we're holding them, we're thinking about what's happened or what is going to happen, the stressful event. And we're just holding those points gently. Okay, and that might take as long, it could take as long as 5 minutes. It could take longer. You might need to do that technique several times if it's something that's really stressful to you. So just play around with it and see what works for you. The variation on that, so if you've been in a stressful situation and you're panicking and you're thinking, oh my God, where are they? I can't find them. Okay, literally put your head in your hands like this. And then you're going to hit on all of those points. And then whilst you're doing that, you're thinking about what's happened, the stressful event, and you're diffusing that energy, okay? And it feels really nice actually to put your head in your hands like that. And we see people, don't we? We actually see people doing that when they're grappling with something stressful or, a problem, something that they need to solve. We actually see people doing that. So these things, it's almost like they're hardwired into our systems. So we know that these points will help us. So this is why we kind of hold our head in a certain way, Okay, so have a go and see how that feels for you.